Open your book to page 555. Today's lesson is to solve any given triangles. So again, if you have right triangle, use sine, cosine, and tangent. But that is kind of too easy. So right now you have the general triangles. So you're going to have a triangle that is not a right triangle. So you have to use law of sine and law of cosine. But if you look on page 55, you have all different cases. Okay. So whenever you're solving for the triangle, they have to give you 3 pieces of information. Okay? Because a triangle has 6 parts that you need to know, right? There are 3 angles and 3 sides. So out of the 6, they need to give you 3 in order for you to solve. So now, depends on what it's giving, right? So like if you see, you have the first case, the SSS. So if you look over here, so you have the SSS case. This is when all 3 sides are given. Then you have the SAS, when the side angle sides are given. Notice angle in between. Then you have the SSA, then you have the AAS. So those are the cases that they are giving. So now it doesn't, so a lot of times students, they worry about all different cases and they have to try to memorize all the cases. You don't have to do that. Okay? So there's a way to do it. You just work it straight through, and whatever you get is whatever you get. So you don't have to worry about trying to memorize all the possibility or all different cases. Okay? So let's go over some examples. So let's start with example 1. And this is A, B, C. So this is A, small b, small c. So it says example 1, the SSS case. Again, you don't have to worry about what kind of cases. Just go and following the same steps and you will be fine. So what you want to do is, you want to go ahead and put down, so whenever you're solving for a triangle, right away, write down A, B, C, and write down small a, small b, and small c. And write down what is given. So it says small a equal to 3, small b equal to 6, and small c equal to 4. So you're looking for those 3 angles. Okay. Now, the problem with a lot of students is they don't know how to start. So so right away, is this a right triangle? No, right? So right away you have to use law of sine, law of cosine. So now is, how do you know which one to use? Well, it's very simple. If you have 3 of the same letters, if you have 2 of the same letters, use the law of sine. If all the information they're giving are all different letters, like this one, right? A, B, C, right away, you're going to use the law of cosine. So the law of cosine is when all 3 information are different letters. The law of sine is when you have 2 of the same letter. Okay? So in this case, when you look, see, you got all 3 letters are different, so you're going to use law of cosine. So then next you want to do is you have to decide what angle you want to get. It's best to always get the biggest angle first. Okay? That will eliminate a lot of confusion and a lot of problems. So you want to get angle B first. Okay, so get angle B first, because I know the angle B is going to be the biggest angle, right? Because it's the longer side. So I'm going to get an angle B first. So I'm going to write down the information. Okay, so the equation would be, so since you're looking for B, you have to start with B, right? So B squared equal to A squared plus C squared equal to 8. Minus 2AC cosine of big B. Okay, so again, right? So again, you're looking for the biggest angle. So now you're going to start to put stuff in. So you got 6 squared equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 3 times 4 cosine of B. So get your calculator, you work things out. Okay, so 36 equal to 9 plus 16 minus 24 cosine of B. So minus 25 on both sides. So work it through. So you get 11 equal to negative 24 cosine of B. And then you divide by negative 24. Divide by negative 24. So cosine of B equal to, so actually from here you already know that's going to be, so you can just go and figure out the B already. So angle B is going to be equal to So you got 11 over 24 negative, and you're going to go second cosine. Okay, so you're going to get 117.28 degrees. Okay, now notice I put extra digits, but when you write down over here, you can just put down 117 degrees. But when doing the calculation, you want to use extra digits. But when you write it down, okay, you can just go 117. Okay, so that takes care of the B. Now remember, you don't have to worry about second case, right? Because you're using the law of cosine. Okay, the only time you have to worry about both possibilities is when you use the law of sine to find angle, which what we want to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to look for angle C next. Again, I want to get the biggest angle I can get. Okay, usually that will eliminate the extra possibility that you have to check. Okay, so I'm going to get the angle C. So I'm going to go, since I'm looking for angle C, I'm going to write down sine C. Right, whatever I'm looking for, I'm writing it down first. So sine C over C equal to sine B over B. So sine C, again, I'm going to move this up here already, right? So I'm going to be 4 times sine of, again, you want to use extra digits, right? So 117.28. Again, when you're doing the calculation, putting extra digits. But when you write it down, you can go and cut off some digits. Okay, over 6. So sine C equal to, so 4 times 117.28 sine equal divided by 6 equal, so 0.5925. So angle C equal to second sine. So it'd be 36.34 degrees. So I'm going to put 36 over here. Okay. Now remember, you have to get second possibility, right? So this is your C1. And C2 will be complementary of that. So you minus 180 equal, so you're going to be 144, right? And no good, right? Because B already 117, right? So this is no good. You see that? So that's only 1. Then after that, you can use 1. Remember, 3 angles have add up equal to 180, right? So you go 180 minus 117 minus 36 equal 27 degrees. Okay, and that's it. Okay? Again, you don't have to memorize all different cases. Okay? You just go and work it through, and whenever you use the law of sine to get an angle, you want to check second possibility, and this one is no good because, and that's the reason you want to get biggest angle first, because biggest angle and you get a supplementary angle, you can see no good already, right? Because this already exceed 180, so that's how you know this is no good, and that's how you eliminate the second possibility. Okay. Okay, so that's example 1. Now let's go to example 2. Okay, so again, you have this triangle. Now, don't assume that it's a right triangle. Do not assume it's a right triangle if it does not tell you. Okay, so you got A, B, C. So it's giving that A equal to 7, B equal to 6, and angle C equal to 31.8 degrees. Again, so right away, you can write down your A, B, C, small a, small b, small c, and put all your information there. So it's 31.8 degrees, and A equal to 7, and B equal to 6. Okay, so again, notice all 3 letters are different. That means you want to use law of cosine. Okay, and I'm going to get the length C. Okay, so let's go and get a C. So you're going to get C squared equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of C. Okay, so let's go and put all the stuff in here. So 7 squared plus 6 squared minus 2AB cosine of 31.8 degrees. So all you have to do is just work it out. Okay, I'm going to kind of work backward this way. Okay, so 31.8 cosine times 42 times negative 2 equal, okay, I'm going to plus 7 squared plus 6 squared equal, okay, so equal to 13.609. Take the square root. So it's 3.689. Okay, so you probably can just go and go 3.7. Okay, that's close enough. But again, when you're doing the calculation, you want to use this number when you're doing the calculation. But when you write it down, you can do that. Okay, so that takes care of that. So now we have to look for either A or B, right? So in this case, doesn't matter. I'm gonna get A. Okay. So sine A over A equal to, now I have to use C because that's nothing over here, the B, that's nothing, so I have to use C. So equal to sine C over small c, so you can move this up here. So sine A equal to, the small a is 7, then you have a sine, again, sine angle C is 31.8 degrees over small c. Now remember now, you want to use this number, so 3.689. You want to get extra digits. Okay? So sine A equal to, so let's go and calculate. So 7 times 31.8 sine equal divided by 3.689 equal, wow. Okay, and then you go second sine. So angle A equal to 89.26 degrees. So when you write it down, you put down 89.3 degrees. Okay. Now you have to worry about this. Now you might, in this case, you have to kind of worry about the second case, right? Okay. So A1 is equal to that. So A2. So A2 is going to be 90.74 degrees. So that means you have to get your second set of possibilities over here. Okay? So you're going to get, so this is your A1, so A2. Okay? Then after that, you can go ahead and find the angle B. So 180 minus 89.3 minus 31.8 equal. So you're going to get 58.9 degrees. And this one you have to do the same thing. So this one has two cases, right? 180 minus 90.74 minus 31.8 equal 57.5 degrees. Okay. So okay, so now you got to check, okay? Remember what I said, right? The biggest angle must face the longest side, right? So they have to face each other. So double check. So this is facing that, facing, okay. Now this one over here, okay. And then, so that's it. Okay. Let's go to, okay, let's go to the next example. So let's go to example 3. Okay, so again, you have the triangle. Again, it doesn't matter how you draw a triangle, just draw a triangle, and so it's just something to look at. Okay, again, you're going to have A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, so it says solve, giving that small b equal to 16, and small c equal to 25, angle B equal to 30 degrees. Okay. And And so C equal to 25, B equal to 16, and angle B equal to 30 degrees. Okay, so now if you look at the three information given, right? You got two of the same letters given. That's what I mean by two of the same letters given. So right away, you need to start with law of sine. Okay, so you need to look for angle C. So sine C over small c equal to sine B over small b. Okay, and again, I move this up here. So I get sine C equal to 25 times sine of 30 degrees over 16. Okay. So use your calculator, work it out. Okay, and actually you can go and go second sine already. So you get 51.375 degrees. So you can just go 51 degrees. Okay, now remember that's your C1, so you have to try C2, right? So C2 will equal to 128.625 degrees. So once you get a second case, you have to do all this stuff now. Okay. So before you get any further, you need to go and do all this first. Uh, 128 degrees. Okay. Then once you find this angle, you can find this angle by using the sum of the angle equal to 180, right? So go 180 minus 30 minus 51 equal, this would be 99 degrees. This one over here, 180 minus, okay, 180 minus 30 minus 128 equal 22 degrees. Okay, so now you have to look for A. Now you can use law of cosine or you can use law of sine, doesn't matter. It's easier if you use the law of sine. So I'm going to use the law of sine. So I got two cases, right? So for this one, I'm going to have an A over sine A equal to, I'm going to use the B because B is given, so this is more exact. This is already rounded off already, so I'm going to stay away from that. So I'm going to use the B. Okay, so I can move this over here. So I got A equal to 16 times sine of 30 degrees over sine of, sine A is 99 and sine B is 30 degrees. There we go. So A equal to, so 16 times 99 sine divided by 30 sine equal, so it'd be 31.6. Okay, and then you do the same over here. So you're going to get A equal to, so B is 16, sine of A is 22 degrees. Now look, this is 99, this is 22, okay? So you have to be careful with that, over sine B. Okay, so this is the difference between the two cases, right? Okay. So you got 16 times 22 sine equal, divided by 30 sine equal, so A equal to 11.987. So in this case, A equal to, I guess it's 12. Okay, so there's our two cases, and that's it. Okay, so again, what you want to do, you want to check, make sure the longer side face the biggest angle, and the shorter side face the smallest angle, and the three angles have to add up equal to 180, right? And make sure that the longer side is shorter than the sum of the other two. See this over here? Okay. So this is 28. So this has to be less than the sum of the other two, or else you won't be able to get a triangle. Right? So again, this is from your geometry. Okay. So that's all the things you kind of have to do a quick check. Okay. And if it's okay, then the triangle is okay. So by doing that, you don't have to memorize all different possible cases like the way the book is mentioned. Okay, so let's go to example 4. So again, you don't have to worry about all different cases. You just go and work it through, and then whatever you get is whatever you get. Okay. So using this method, you don't have to worry about memorizing all different cases. Okay, so you got A, B, C. Okay, so again, you write down A, B, C. So when you write down this, it helps you to think what, and help you to visualize what you're missing and what you need to get. Okay, so it says small a equal to 40. And big A equal to 35. And the big C equal to 65. And you're going to solve, right? Now notice if the two angles are given, right away you can go and get the angle already, right? So 180 minus 35 minus 65 equal 80. So this is 80 degrees already. So this one is very easy. Okay, so now notice you can use law of cosine. Well, actually you don't want to, okay, because law of cosine you need to have two sides given. You only have one side. So you want to use the law of sine because this is given, right? So let's go and do the b over sine b equal to a over sine a, and move this over here. So b equal to 40 times sine b over sine a. So b equal to, so 40 times 80 sine equal divided by 35 sine equal, so 68.678. And again, we can just go and run it off to 69. Okay. Then after that, you're looking for C. So you can C equal to okay, C. Let's go and write down the formula first. Get into the habit of doing that. Again, I'm going to use the A because the B, this is already rounded off already, so it's not as accurate already. So if you try to use that and you calculate, it's going to off even more. Okay? So let's go and use the A over sine A. Again, move this over. So C equal to 40 times sine of 65 degrees over sine of 35 degrees. Okay? Again, it's very quick. So 40 times 65 sine equal divided by 35 sine equal 63.2. So it'll be 63, and that's it. And we're done. Okay? So let's go and do some practice.